What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm super excited to make this video because today that engine is going into that frame and I'm going to start building the CR250 back up. So let's get right at it. I got the engine in here now. That definitely could have went a lot smoother. I forgot to take the spark plug out, but other than that, it went in pretty good. So I didn't make any scratches or scuffs on the frame, so that's always good. So now I'm going to probably just go ahead and install the swing arm, because that's the first bolt you want to torque up when you start torquing this engine in. Got the swing arm in now. So the reason why you leave the engine mounts loose on the engine is because you need to get that bolt through the swing frame, and it's really hard to do that when you torque these engine bolts in, the mounting bolts in. So the sequence I'm going to do this in is I'm going to torque that one, and then torque the middle one, and then torque the front one. So I'm going to go basically from back to front. And something to add, you don't want to forget your engine hangers before you put all those bolts in, torque them in. Okay guys, I got everything all torqued in here now. I got the swing frame nut torqued in, I got the engine mounting bolts torqued in, and I got the top hanger plates torqued in. So this bike is coming together really well. It's looking really good. So now I think I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna probably do the electrical. So I've got all the electrical in now, so I kind of just went through and just zip tied everything, tried to make it as neat as possible, put everything that has to do with the harness back on the frame. I went ahead and installed the RC linkage. I'll put a card up to a video I watched on that. This is kind of new to me, so I had to kind of learn as I went. So hopefully I put it in right. I'll definitely see when I start it. It seems like it'll work okay, but I won't know for sure until I start it. But now I'm gonna go on to put the rads on and put all the hoses in. Okay, so I got the hoses on. So these Mylar's hoses, I actually had to cut 90 off of this one. And Mylar's sure doesn't leave you a whole lot of excess hose. This one was really hard to get on there, and it just barely made it onto the bottom of the rad here. And these are Mylar's rads, so you figured it'd be a little more tailor-made, but got them on anyway. All right, got the Electron all cleaned up a bit, looking decent again. So now it's just a matter of throwing it back on the bike. All right, so I got the Electron on. If you don't know what Electron is, I'll leave a little card up in the corner there. I did a video on it. So other than that, I just went ahead and just put the tank on. I put the tank strap on, the new one I just bought. I was gonna actually replace this with an anodized one, but it's supposed to go like that on the tank. But I kind of looked at it, and it looked like it would go really well up here. As like an anodized tank washer. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because you're never going to be able to see it under there. And also I went out and I bought a Tusk gas cap, which were in pretty short supply. So as soon as they came back in stock, I ordered one of those. Okay, so the bike's going back together pretty good. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the linkage for the swing arm back on the bike. So I got the linkage all done here. Everything's moving nice and smooth, so that's good. So the next thing to go in is probably going to be the shock, but the problem is I haven't touched it yet, so I got to get it out on the bench and get it all stripped down, get the spring off, get it ready for powder coat. All right, so I got the spring off the rear shock. This spring is directional, but you'll know if you put it in backwards, because it will not fit over this. It'll sit right there. It won't seat on top of the lock nuts. So other than that, probably be a whole separate video for this shock, because I'm gonna completely take it apart and rebuild it. This spring I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and then I'm gonna send it out for powder coat. So I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you're enjoying seeing this bike go together as much as I am. If you're watching this for the first time, if you want to see this bike go together completely, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications bell. And as always, thanks for watching.